sound, but what do we actually play? We know the form of the tune, we know the chords and how to play them, but now we need to come up with a part. Here's an example of a basic part that we can use to play in blues and rock and roll. Here's how it goes. And what we're doing is we're playing in the key of G. It's a G dominant 7th chord, but I'm moving around in the key with my voicing to give it kind of like a riff effect. Now in the right hand, I'm playing the 7th with my thumb. I'm doing a grace note from the minor 3rd, which is the black key, to the 3rd, which is a B. I'm doing that with my 2nd to 3rd finger. And with my pinky, I'm playing the 5th. Left hand is playing with the pinky, the root, and with the index finger, the 5th. So all together, it sounds like that. I'm going to move up. My thumb's going to move up one note to the E. My thumb up here is going to move up to the G. My 3rd finger is going up to C, and my pinky is going to an E. I'm going to move up one more position. Thumb up to the F, which is a dominant 7th. This thumb on the right hand on the A. 3rd finger on the D, which is the 5th. And my top pinky on the dominant 7th. I'm going to come back down. That's an example of a basic part and a rock and roll riff. Now we've learned it on the 1 chord, on the tonic position, key of G. We have to learn it on the 4 and 5 positions. Because in our 12-bar blues, it's going to be 1, 4, and 5. That's all we're going to do for right now. So to learn that riff on the 4 chord, put our hands on the same notes, but up an even fourth. So pinky will be on C, index finger will be on G, thumb on B flat, index finger on E, and the 3rd finger on a G. We're moving up one step. The low note stays the same on all 3 positions. The thumb will be on A, this thumb will be on C, index finger on an F, 4th finger on the A. And then the thumb on the B flat, thumb on the D, 3rd finger on a G, pinky on a B flat. So that's the 4th position. I'm still doing the grace note down here. Now we're going to go up one step to the 5 chord, to the D7. Once again, we have D, A, C, F sharp, A. Then we have B, D, G, and B. Then we have C, E, A, and C. The bottom pinky is on the root the whole time here. Notice there's no black note to do a grace note here, so we might do it that way, or we might leave it out. Put it up here instead. That's the attitude of rock and roll. It's not to do things too precise or too much the same way every time, to keep it loose and have a good feel. Back down to the 1 chord. Now to create your own part will involve experimentation, experience, and taking a few risks. You know, making mistakes. Trying some things that might not end up being the right thing. The only way I ever came up with anything cool was to try out new ideas. Now let's go jam with the other guys and see how these parts sound.